Hello and welcome to Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode. So I'm going to be starting up a new Let's Play. I will be using the world that I was using for my Fortress Mode Let's Play. As you'll see, I haven't quite erased it, but I've copied the world and set up a new file for it. So as you see, if we go into Start Playing, we go into Adventure Mode. You can see it's set up as Folder Region 2, but it's the same. It's the same world, just I've renamed and I've copied and renamed the folder it was in. So we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy going. So the challenge, like I've actually thought up a two-pronged challenge that I'm gonna be doing for this one. Firstly, we're going to try to get back to our old fortress and explore it and pilfer some goods. And we're also going to try to invade, and we're going to try to steal the secrets from a necromancer's tower. And there's only 4 towers in this world, which I will show you once we actually get into the game world. So we want to try to find. We're going to play as a dwarf because, why not? So we want to try to find. I think this one. Yeah, this is the one we want. So this is gonna put us as close to our old fortress as possible. The only problem is we are pretty far away from all of the towers. We're gonna play as a demigod because I am awful at adventure mode. Now I guess the what's that word? Cravat? Is that the right word? Anyway, I don't know if that's the right word or not, but the catch to this challenge is that I'm giving myself a 3 adventure limit, because, like I said, I'm awful at this. So, for now, I might change the rules later. I might bust it up to 5, but for now, I can only complete this challenge with 3 adventurers. So I have like 3 we'll see how well this goes. But I only have three shots to try to do this. Now, I could potentially complete this challenge across, like let's say one of my adventurers managed to get to the old fortress but not to a tower, and then another adventurer manages to get to the tower but not the fortress, then I will consider this challenge a success. But I mean, let's be honest, this is mostly just to kind of screw around for a little bit. I'm also probably going to be starting up a 3rd Let's Play with a different game very similar to this one. But you'll see, I'm gonna be doing 2 of them, mostly so I can kind of space out this adventure mode, and also not so. I'm also gonna be spacing out the time that I upload them, because I kind of realize the uploading every day. I don't know how many other people you subscribe to, so I don't want to overload you guys with videos. But let's get started. So let's see, what do I want to do for this guy? So we definitely want strength, agility, toughness, endurance, and recuperation. We'll put 1 point into disease resistance, analytical ability, focus. I'm not really too worried about willpower, creativity, patience, or memory. Linguistic, spatial, kinesthetic. I don't really know which one I need for reading. I think linguistic ability. I want spatial sense, and okay, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Linguistic ability, spatial sense, and kinesthetic sense. We're going to be an axe dwarf, but I'm gonna be honest. I actually really enjoy wrestling in adventure mode. Wrestling is pretty awesome, so we're gonna bust that up to proficient. I'm gonna put 1 point in the archer because I like to throw things. Oops. Go back, hit the wrong button. I'm going to put a few into thrower. I'm going to put 1 in the miscellaneous object user. Striker. Definitely want a dodger. A few points in swimming. We definitely want a couple of points in observer. Shield and armor user. Reader. 1 point in napper. And we only have 4 skill points remaining. So I don't want those to go to waste. So we're going to take a point out of wrestling. That's still not going to give us enough. Because what is that? We can do 7 and 5. So we can put another point into, or 7 and 6 I should say. We can put another point into Dodger. And yeah, we'll go ahead and put one in the Fighter. Cool. So we are an Axdorf, a Fighter. The reason why I have Archer is because Archer controls both throwing and Marksdorfs. And like I said, I like to lead off a lot of fights. Like you'll see as I get into the game, one of the first things I like to do is grab a handful of rocks and sharpen them. And I like to start off fights by trying to wing those into someone's skull. So we are a male dwarf. Our name is Dumed Flashmirrors. I like that. We'll stick with Dumed Flashmirrors. Yeah, so that should be it. Awesome. Let's get into the game world. So I'm just gonna pause this while that's loading up. I'll see you guys in a bit. Or it can start right when I push the pause button. That's cool. Alright, so it says you finally got your equipment together, such as it is. Now it's time for action and adventure. In the rush of excitement, you've forgotten where you're going to go. Perhaps some of your friends here have ideas. Press question mark to help. So really what that's for, okay. There we go. Alright, so the first thing I like to do is kind of walk around. So we want to... It's been a while since I've done adventure mode. Let me see if I can remember... Map? No, that's preferences. Okay, hang on a sec, guys. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I was close. It was Q, but it's capital Q. So we go to capital Q. And we just kind of want to, let's see, toggle map info. It's not what I want. Just kind of look around here a little bit, kind of see where we are, get our bearings. What tasks do we have? We have no tasks. I don't recognize this area of the map. This looks like... Okay, where are we? Entities, maybe? Is that what I want? No? Regions? No, that's not it either. That's weird. This doesn't look like the map that I was looking at before. This looks familiar, though. A dark fortress. Ah, are we really far to the right? Why is this so... Oh, you know what? It's because I haven't... I guess this is all my adventure knows about? Okay, there's a fortress there. There's some mountain halls. I think I know where I'm at. It's a hamlet, a town. Oh, that's good. Towns are nice. Fortress. Alright, so we're pretty close to a fortress, which is good. Because... like you don't want to travel alone in this game. If you travel alone... you're going to get caught by boogeymen, or bogeymen, however you like to say it. So it looks like we actually have a steel battle axe, very nice. I kind of cheated a little bit, and before I abandoned my old fortress, I had them actually start making steel battle axes. So it looks like the game was going to be nice and just decided to give it to me. So let's check our inventory real quick and see what we have. Oh, very nice. So we have a steel battle axe and a steel shield. We have garbage armor, though, which is part of the reason why we want to actually try to find our old fortress so we can pilfer, if not the steel armor that I made for my military, then at least some of the iron armor that I made. Is that all we have? Yep, that's our entire inventory. Cool. Alright, so like I said, the very first thing we want to do is try to find some peeps. So let's talk to these people. It says hello. This is a human farmer. His name is Egil Shadowcusith. Yeah. Yep, see, there it is. Don't travel alone at night, or the bogeymen will get you. Bogeymen. Bogey? I like saying bogey. Okay, let's ask about the surroundings. So I guess our name is just Axdorf, even though I know that's not our name. Warthink is a day's travel to the southeast. In 96, the Machine of Rock of the Palace of Fog founded Warthink. Okay, cool. You know what? Let's actually go ahead and get a job. A beast of the wilds has been harassing our people. He is a half-day's travel to the south. Very nice. Cool. Alright, so let's actually travel, and we want to go south to that fortress. as soon as... There we go. La 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 la, traveling south. Okay, so let's see what our task is. Zoom to task. Okay, so he's actually really far south. So we want to go this way. There's that fortress. So the reason why I said it's good that we're near a fortress is because fortresses, more often than not, when you're still an unknown adventurer, it's really hard to get people to follow you. But fortresses almost always have people who are willing to follow you around and fight, because they're just bored. They just wanna go out and fight things. Oh, I said I was gonna try to find some rocks, didn't I? Which is the button for look around? Hang on a sec. Okay, I keep pausing it because I'm sure you guys don't want to see what I'm looking at. So G is kind of pick up. So it doesn't look like there's any rocks around. Not where I'm standing anyway. Oh, there we go. So a shale rock. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of these. This should be enough. How many did we grab? Quite a bit. Okay. So if I can remember right, we want to do... Is it R? No, that's remove. I want remove. E maybe for equip? No, that's eat and drink. W? No, that's wear. Let's put inside a container. Maybe it is remove. Let's try that. You take out shale rock. Do I have it in my hand now? I does. Awesome. Okay, so it is remove. So remove, and we're just going to grab a bunch of these rocks. So, okay, so now I am possibly have a bunch of shell rocks just in my hand. As you can see, left hand, right. So I'm holding them all in my hands. So what we want to do is X, and we want to go to create, make sharp rock. And what this does is you basically take two rocks and you slam them together until they make a sharp point. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And what it'll do is it'll destroy one rock, but it turns it into a sharp rock. And you can only do it if you have two, because as you can see we have one, but we don't have another one to actually, you know, make it. So we'll just be holding on to that. So then we're going to put all these back into our bag. So this is going to take a little bit because I don't use hotkeys or whatever those are called. I'm just going to keep doing Q. And then do we have any more? Nope, that's all of them. Okay, so now with that, if we come across anything that I just use T for throw, and then I whip one of them sharp rocks at whatever it is I'm fighting, I throw it right at their faces, and hopefully either do some damage or kill them or something. And that's usually how I like to start off engagements. I'll just whip rocks at people's faces. And since they're sharp, they're going to do more damage, and it'll also increase my archery skill, which if I ever run across, if I ever decide to use a crossbow, then I'll already have a head start on it. So we want to talk to this guy, this pikeman. We greet them because it's rude not to, and we ask him to join up. He says, I will agree to travel with you if you lead me to glory and death. I can definitely do that. So we have our first adventurer. Come on, game. There we go. And he'll follow us around and fight for us. So we also want to pick up this guy if we can. Now, at the current adventuring level that we're at, we can only have so many people following us. And he agrees to travel with me. Now, I picked up him because it's always good to have range guys with you. So we're just going to do this until we have a full squad, until no one else will join us. Okay, yeah, so there we go. It says, with a band so large, what share of the glory would I have? Which is a nice way of saying, you're nobody. You're nobody. I mean, so 3, or 2 really, is our current adventuring limit. That's all we can take with us. That is a door. That is not the way we came in. So we're just gonna mosey on out. Take a trip. Come on, game. Come on, game. Okay. So I think what I'll do, I'll actually go ahead and pause the recording here, and we're gonna take a trip south. I'm gonna try to get my bearings to find out where we are in the world, because when you choose a starting place, that blue spot that was flashing, I probably should have pointed it out. But you can start anywhere in that area. So we could be really close to where we want to be. We could be really far away. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the map and try to get my bearings, and I'm also going to head towards our quest so we can get more followers, because that's really the most important thing at this point. Is we want a very large band of meat shield. I mean followers. So like I said, I'm going to pause it, and I'll be back once something else is going on. So see you guys. All right, everybody. So here we are. We are about to find, or hopefully find, the beast that's been terrorizing these peeps. I would like to refill my water skin, but yeah, all the stuff nearby is all stagnant water. We got really sidetracked with this huge freaking river that was... Oh, come on, game. What are you doing? There we go. Okay, so the target is northwest. I think that's the cave right there. Yeah, there it is. Let's do this. Look... There's a dead guy. So hopefully there'll be some fat loots all up in this cave. Let's see what's... Does he have anything on him? No, just a corpse. Just a corpse. Okay. So as you can see, I'm gonna eat real quick. Scarf down this cave lobster. I'm taking it kind of slow. There's no creature. Why is there no creature? What's going on here? Ah, boo! Someone got to him before we could. Lame. So all that work, I was all super stoked, and there's not even any good gear in there. There's nothing. It's empty. Empty. Do we have any water on us still? Nope. Man, that's a bummer. Okay. So what we want to do for that water skin is we actually want to try to find a town nearby that has a well, because wells have like this the only reliable source of clean water. Something else I wanted to point out. So I was looking. Actually, I'm actually gonna go ahead and jump over real quick. So I have the map. Like before I started playing this, I actually exported the map file out, and I'm gonna jump over that real quick. So as you can see, this is the fully zoomed out exported view of our map, and it looks a little weird, so we're going to zoom in here a little bit. So if you remember, this is about where I wanted to start, was in this vicinity, because this thing right here, where my mouse is at, this little gray statue, that is our old fortress. That's where we want to go. But something that I kind of forgot or didn't really check into is in adventure mode, for whatever reason, no matter what you start as, elf, dwarf, human, doesn't matter. Currently, the game will only start you off in a human settlement. Well, the closest human settlement to where we wanted to start was way up here. So we started way up here. If I'm reading the map right, we are in this area right here. Like, there's the fortress that we got our guys from, and we're in this area right here. So we're really close. Like, these purple eyes right here, these are necromancer towers. So you can see there's two really close to each other. These purple cabinets are dark fortresses, so that's goblin encampments, normally controlled by a demon. These statues are dwarven homes, or dwarven settlements, or whatever, fortresses, whatever. I don't remember all the other things, but as you can see, we're really far away from our fortress. So our fortress is all the way down here, and there's not really a whole lot, civilization-wise, after this point. I think these little bars are hamlets. No, I think the bars are towns, and I don't remember. We'll have to actually go back into the game, which I will do right now. So if we look, so see, that's a fortress. Yeah, so the little bar, the bar icon is hamlets. Which ones are towns? I think the circles are town. No, circles are tombs, which makes sense. So that's a mountain hall. It is... We need to find... Okay, that's a hamlet, but there's a bunch of water. There's like a bunch of rivers between us and the town we started off in. So we want to try to get to... Actually, let's just head to this one. We're going to head to this hamlet right here to try to resupply and to try to get some more water. Because really, we want as much gear as we possibly can. We could try to make a beeline for one of the towers over here, but I suspect that that'll end pretty poorly, pretty fast, because we don't have good enough armor. We can try to make a quick side stop into this mountain hall just to kind of see what it looks like. But there's no guarantee it'll have any drinkable water. So I would like to try to get to a hamlet as quickly as possible. Also, we want to try to make a beeline to our fortress so we can really just stock up on water skins and better equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again, and I will be back once... if something happens between now and the hamlet, I'll come back and let you know. But once we get to the hamlet, I'll come back and we'll lay out our next plan of attack. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, everybody. So we actually just discovered a river, which is nice. So we're gonna try to see if it is clean water, and if it is, we will refill our water skin. So we want to do capital I. Water skin. Yes, awesome. So fill it with the water. So we go back into our inventory. As you can see, we now have 3 water again, which is nice. Which is actually kind of nice that it only fills it up with 3, because I remember in like the earlier versions of Adventure Mode, like you'd go to fill up your water skin, and it would just like fill it with so much water it would slow you down to it. Like it would fill up the one water skin with so much water, like to the limit of whatever you could possibly carry. It would fill it up, so it would literally slow you down to a crawl. And the very first time I did it, I was super confused. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was like, wait, why is my guy like crawling? I don't know. And it was bad, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So, the reason why I wanted to point that out is because sometimes when you are near a river on the main map, like if we try to zoom out, like see, like right here, we're right next to a river. Sometimes in the overview map, like you'll try to cross it and it won't let you because it's a river. But if you go down into regular view and try to cross, then the river won't actually be there. It's like a weird combination thing. Actually, since we have enough, can we not adventure through there? Oh no, we can't adventure through there. I was hoping to just kind of like run straight across and try to get into that mountain home. But it's getting late. We're going to here we go. It's nighttime now. So we are going to sleep until dawn. So sleepy time for our adventure. Hopefully we won't be ambushed in the night. So it's now morning. We are hungry and thirsty, so we're actually going to wait for an additional hour. Come on, all the way down. 1 hour. For daybreak. Haha. Okay. So now we are apparently super thirsty, so let's go ahead and go back down to our regular view. Hang on. Okay, the game was getting all weird there for a second, but we are back, and we want to drink and eat, so that's the last of our food. Oh, that's the wrong button. And drink again. So we need to start pilfering some food here if we want to survive this, because we've just ran out. We have no more food, so we want to try to find a town and either buy some food or steal it or something. But we need some kind of sustenance, otherwise we're not going to survive. So yeah, the plan remains the same. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, and once we get to the hamlet, I'll come back and we'll see what's going on. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, so here we are. As you can kind of see, like, this is the zoomed in view that the game gets whenever you get really near a home or near a village. And if you use the map key, like you can see, here's the, like over here is the zoomed out view. So this is what the village looks like zoomed out, and then this is the world map. But I'm using this one because it'll tell us what's near us in the squares around. So you can see like the well is right near us. So that's what we want. So we want to try to stop here and find the well, fill up our Or drink the last of our water, really. So let's do that. Drink the last of our water. And then find that well. Should be around here somewheres. No. Where are you? Well, we're also sleepy, so we want to try to find... Well, not try to find, but like we want to ask a villager if we can stay here for the night. And we also try to find some food too, because we are pretty hungry. I think I found it. Yep, there it is. Alright, so I believe it is U for interact. We want to lower the bucket. Interact again, raise the bucket. And then we want to capital I, water skin. We want to fill the water skin. Cool. Now if we can find some people and either steal some food. There's a lot of people. Okay, so we want to talk. Say hellos. Permission to stay for a day. Report success, spread news. Cool. So now that should increase our fame as an adventurer. And it'll allow us to have more followers, which is really the secret to success in adventure mode, is to have as much backup as possible. I can't count the number of times I've had a promising adventurer cut short by being ambushed in the wild by a superior force. And most likely that's how this one will end too. I almost never get cut down by creatures or anything like that. It's always I'll be adventuring, and then it'll just be like ambushed, and it'll be a bunch of like super powerful guys, and they will just really give it to me. And it ends up it's not very pretty. So let's ask around a little bit. Let's see where the capital is a half day to the east. The Cavefish Man is there. Alright, so we're probably going to want to head there so we can buy/steal some food. And really, the amount of food doesn't matter. I know when this version, when 3.4 first came out, there would just be piles of food in abandoned houses. And it was a great way to kind of cheat adventure mode. Like, you just go in there and just grab as much food as you could possibly hold without slowing your guy down, and you'd be set. I believe they've changed that to where there's no longer just stuff in abandoned houses, so you either have to steal it or you have to buy it. And when you steal stuff, you run the risk of getting caught, and it gets pretty ugly, so, you know, whatever. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're desperate. We are hungry. Let's actually ask about the surroundings. So we're just going to do this for a little bit. I think that's actually probably good for a starting episode. We've made some decent progress. What do you do? You are a miller. Goodbye. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this episode off here. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. I don't think so. Although it'd be nice if I could find a cabinet or something with some food to jack. There is no... There we go. Come on, one of you guys gotta have some furniture. You can't be that poor. Apparently you guys are that poor. Oh, nobody has any food cabinets. Ooh, I wonder if I can... Can I gather food? I don't remember if that's a feature of adventure mode. Cause see, what is this? Wild strawberries. Interact? No, that's inventory. Interact? No. Capital U? Can I do that? I just wanna pick up. No, I don't want to ignite wild strawberries. I want to gather them. Oh, game, you're killing me. Killing me. Anyway, it's been like 3 minutes since I said I was going to end this episode. So yeah, so I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and join me next time on Adventure Mode.